It'll give Google Drive more time to prepare the recordings as well. Let's see, we are going to share this one. Okay, for today, our manual drawing and our AutoCAD, we are going to be looking at some geometric shapes for manual drawing and some techniques for drawing the most accurate way possible. So the tool we're going to look at today is bisecting a line or circular arc, or whether it's a line or an arc. It's the same thing. If you're wondering what's an arc, let's just have some definitions. An arc is any part of the circumference of a circle that is not a full circle. So we've already seen a little bit of this in our AutoCAD exercise. Oh no, our manual drawing exercise, the last one, where we had R30 for the small little arcs, and then we had diameter 60 for the full circle. So an arc is basically any portion of the circumference, whereas the circumference is the entire part. A diameter is any line that passes through both circumferences and a radius. A center. That's the diameter. It passes through the circumference of the circle and the center. A radius is any line from the center of the circle straight down to the circumference. So those are the definitions. Tangents are any line that touches the circumference of the line of the circle and is perpendicular to a radius. So that's the definition of a tangent. And a tangent is something very, very common. You'll see it very often. It's very useful because it gives very smooth connections. So from a straight line to a circular to the rest of the circle or the arc, it gives a very smooth connection, very smooth touch. So it's used a lot for fillets or for other features in the drawing. So now we know what a line on an arc is. Let's look at how to bisect it. Bisect it basically means cutting it in half, or drawing a line through the center of it. And why do we have to have a special way using a compass to bisect the line? Well, it's because sometimes lines aren't a nice round number. If you said the line was 100, then we could conceivably just take a ruler and move it to 50 and then draw a straight line. But that's not accurate, right? Uh, you could have a line that was 74.376, and then you'd have a big trouble trying to bisect that with a ruler. Secondly is the how to ensure that the line is perpendicular. If you use a ruler, you may expose yourself to errors, parallax errors, where your eye is not looking properly, and then you might draw the line slightly sengit. Whereas if you use a line bisector technique such as this, then the line is definitely in the center and is most definitely perpendicular to the line you are bisecting. So the idea is pretty simple. You just take a compass, you stretch the compass out to something longer than the halfway point, something further than the halfway point. Then you take A, let me just change the color. You take A, you strike one arc, strike another arc on either side of the line. Then you go to point B, keeping the same distance. You strike here, strike here. Then you just draw a line through the intersections of those arcs. Then you got your line bisector. Straightforward, easy. Bisecting an angle is also fairly simple. It's roughly the same thing. From point A, you just strike an arc through any radius you like. Doesn't matter, as long as some reasonable radius. Then wherever the arc touches on those two lines, on that same point, you strike the same radius. Whatever radius you used here, you reuse that, and then you strike here. From here, you strike here, and then you've got your center. You draw a line straight across, and you've got your angle bisector. Dividing a line into equal parts. Okay, we're not doing that yet. That will be the next exercise. So these two, page 29 and 40 of the exercise, of the lecture notes, that one I've just uploaded. But that's the tool that we will need for our manual drawing exercise over here. Here we've got 3 manual drawing problems. First is we want to draw a line, AB, 60 millimeters in length. Bisect the line AB. So just like how we discussed just now, we've got a line AB, that's A, that's B. You want to draw a straight line bisecting it. So it's right in the center and it's perpendicular. So use the technique we did just now. Number 2, construct an angle of 79 between 2 lines. So you just make a line, whatever you like. And then you use your protractor and you construct an angle 79 degrees. After that, you bisect the angle, exactly like how we discussed over here. Finally, construct a triangle with a base xy of 48. So we've got a base xy with a length of 48. Then the angle x and y is 75. So we've got a triangle of some kind. This one's 75 degrees for both sides. So those are the 3 things that we're going to draw on one A4 size of paper. Don't need to dimension them. Don't forget your margin and your title block. Okay.